Hello and welcome to the Album Man. Sorry for a fairly late weekly rock news. I promised it on Monday. I posted on my Facebook page saying let's start the week with a nice weekly rock news, but unfortunately, as I was finding news stories after posting that, I managed to fall asleep. Yeah, I've been quite tired. Just started sixth form and a lot more travelling than I'm used to and just stuff like that, so I'm quite tired. But yes, I thought I'd still do it. There's a few things to talk about, so let's get the stories over and done with that no one really cares about anymore because it's just now irrelevant. Let's talk a bit about Queensryche. Yay, everyone's favourite bloody drama. So, I've said many times before this year that, looking forward to October for the court case. He was going to get the Queensryche name. Well, goddamn Jeff Tate has managed to push it back yet again. It's now the 27th of January 2014, and yes, this is Jeff Tate and his wife Susan pushing it back so that they can discover more stuff for the trial and get witnesses and just, oh god, I just want this to get over and done with. I just want to see who's going to own the Queensryche name, whether to be happy or sad about it instead of waiting and waiting. And of course, the case will probably take bloody ages. And I wanted it over by 2013, this whole Queensryche debacle, but no, instead we still have to have two bands under the name Queensryche. Whoopee-doo. Bloody hell. Okay, Motorhead have announced the release dates for Aftershock. I think it's October 21st in the UK. Well, that's certainly when the thing that everyone wanted so demanded, which is clearly one of those overpriced classic one fan packs, which, yeah, I did buy a couple. I mean, I did buy the Slash Apocalyptic Love one and the Clockwork Angels one, but no, I just think they're overpriced for what they are. The magazines are kind of cool. You don't even get any bonus tracks on this one. I don't really think it's worth it. Just pre-order the album, or maybe there might be a deluxe edition. I haven't really looked, but yeah, really excited for that. Definitely one of my most anticipated albums of the fourth quarter. Yeah, I mean, The World Is Yours, in my opinion, was one of Motorhead's best albums, full stop. I really love that album just to death. I mean, fantastic album. So if the Aftershock is anything like that, then it's going to hopefully be one of my albums of the year. I definitely hope it makes top 10. It's Motorhead. I don't see any reason why not. Okay, so we're building to, as usual. So we'll talk about something that, do we really need more of? It's just one of those general things, but, it stems from one thing. Bloody just deluxe editions of things. And I like my deluxe editions, but the Who are releasing a Tommy deluxe edition because we don't already have enough versions of Tommy out there. I mean, no. Who requested this? I mean, who? There's enough nice sounding versions of Tommy out there. Let's get that straight. Instead, I mean, there's this limited edition super deluxe, some giant box set which features the original album remastered in HD, because yes, we need another remaster of Tommy, clearly. Then disc 2 has demos and outtakes featuring 20 previously unreleased tracks, which I suppose is kind of cool, but all the best demos, probably already been released. It's going to be some fairly rough demos for the songs, really, and you have the obligatory 5.1 mix. And I'm honestly not sure who wants to listen to most of these albums in 5.1. I don't know why so many of these deluxe editions, just in general, have 5.1. I have the Caravan Atlanta Grey and Pink Deluxe Edition. I mean, it's not one of these super ones, it's just, a couple of disc things. And yeah, it has a lot of bonus tracks, hence why I was attracted to it, but it also has a 5.1 mix. I've played it on the surround system that my dad has, but it was was okay. It lacked bass, I mean, because there wasn't a subwoofer, so it didn't have the punch I listened to. In my anathema special edition of Weather Systems, listened to 5.1. Like punch, it was pretty. I don't know. Do people really listen to it? Headphones, virtual. I don't like the idea of virtual surround sound. I didn't see a point. Surround sound, it should either be, surround sound or just stereo. Virtual surround sound just seems odd. I don't. To me, I see these 5.1 mixes a bit filler. I mean, please do tell me if you're somebody who likes these, and tell me why, because I'm honestly not convinced. Surround sound's nice if you're watching a film. Damn, it's good. I like it a lot, especially, it can help build up tension. But in an album like Tommy, do you really need to build up tension? I think not. No. There's a live bootleg album. There's then, of course, just the crap, which the immersion edition of Pink Floyd did the best. We have the hardback 80-page full-colour book featuring rare period photos and memorabilia that no one cares about. Then we have the essay by some guy no one's ever heard of, some rock journalist no one gives a shit about, and then some rare facsimile toy poster. Seriously? It's just, the immersion edition of Big Floyd Weather West, the marbles, the scarf. Seriously, couldn't they just leave this shit out and reduce the price a bit? I would actually like the Wall Immersion Edition. It looks cool. I like the demos of the Wall. I have the Experience Edition, and the demos I have in there, they're so interesting. And also remastered version of the live album of the Wall, the definitive version. That'd be pretty cool. I do like a good remaster. But do I really need a scarf and marbles? What does anyone ever do with the marbles or the postcards? Is anyone really going to post them? They're collector's items. Yeah, to put on a shelf to rot. I hate collector stuff like that. It's like one of my pet hates. It's like when I see vinyl collectors who they just leave the album sealed and not play and just keep saying, it's like, no, open it and bloody play it. That's the whole point of it. Why have it sealed? I just, oh my god, this section's turned way longer than I expected, but just so many things about super deluxe editions piss me off. Some deluxe editions, great, but this, I don't see the need. I do not see the need. There's good enough version Tommy out there. Okay, let's talk a bit about the Progressive Classic Rock's Progressive Music Awards. I voted in it, so, my opinion on award ceremonies has always gone down so well with all the Golden Guards. Yay, no, that was sarcasm. So let's talk about Band of the Year, Marillion. I like Marillion a lot. They're awesome, especially Fish Ear. Hogarth's does pretty cool. Would I say the Band of the Year? No, but that's because I didn't like Sounds That Can't Be Made. I thought, except for Power and it's like Lucky, something like that, it was okay. It wasn't great. Even my dad, and his favourite band is Marillion, he didn't think Sounds That Can't Be Made was that great. I wouldn't say the Band of the Year. Album of the Year, oh shocker, it's Stephen Wilson. Who could have seen that one? I'm not saying The Raven Refused to Sing Another Story is a bad album. It's not. It is a good album. But I still maintain, people can shoot me down, I think Stephen Wilson's overrated. Let's just get that out. I'm not saying he's bad, I'm not saying Porcupine Tree bad, I just don't find him... He's okay, it's just... It's a tad bit sort of copy bits of like Genesis and Yes or whatever, then put them together in a song. I just don't see much originality. That's my problem. I really don't see that much originality. I love my 70s prog, but if I want to listen to something that sounds like Emerson, Lake and Palmer, then I'll put on some Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Sound like Genesis, I'll put on The Lamb or Nursery Crap, His stuff's good, and his solo stuff, I think the Raven Refused to Singers veered ever so slightly away from that a little bit. I find it a bit more creative. He veered away from that Storm Corrosion a lot, but unfortunately that album was shit. Blatantly, I didn't like that. But, not surprised, I don't begrudge him, he's a talented guy. God damn, his remasters are amazing. One of the best producers out there. His remasters are just phenomenal. No doubt about it. One of the finest Pesvi is out there, but just lacks a little bit of creativity. So event of the year, Steve Hackett's Genesis Revisited 2 at Hammersmith Apollo. Oh, I didn't see this tour, because, well, by what I heard of Genesis Revisited 2, it was, my main problem with it was the fact it was Genesis Revisited. Genesis doesn't need to be revisited. We don't need a new version of Supper's Ready with, guess who? Stephen Wilson. No one, I don't know who was asking. I wish there was a version of Supper's Ready with Stephen Wilson and Steve Hackett. Who asked for that? I don't know. Same people ask for super deluxe version of Tommy, I guess. But no, you know, you have the Phil Collins one, Seconds Out, which is very good, and then of course you have the Gabriel one, which is just like, oh my god, on Foxtrot. We need to get a better version of Foxtrot. I have some original CD of that. It doesn't sound like great sonically. I mean, songwrite, epic. Anyway, one I do agree with, though, Anthem of the Year, Von Herzen Brothers, Flowers and Rust. Yes, very deserved. Flowers and Rust, if you don't know, it is an amazing song. I mean, it is a big anthem. Such a catchy chorus. Von Herzen Brothers, fantastic upcoming prog band. I've been listening to some of their stuff quite recently, considering, you know, well, I'd like to go and see them. They're playing in Liverpool as well. The problem is, they're playing some bloody stupid bar where under 18s aren't allowed, even for concerts, and that sucks, because I'd absolutely love to see them. It's like Ernie's Bar or something, and that just sucks, because I'd love to see them. Great band, definitely check them out if you don't know them. A couple of the other highlights, this is going on quite long. Virtuoso, Mike Portnoy, yeah, I'm never going to disagree with that, being as he is my favourite drummer of all time. Lifetime Achievement, Dave Brock, yeah, it's pretty cool, if only, yeah, I mean, I don't know if only what, I mean, he's pretty awesome. Some classic rocks, or Hard Rock Hell's Prog Fest earlier this year with Hawkwind, yeah, pretty damn epic. And prog god Ian Anderson, Jeff Rotar, it's hard to begrudge Ian Anderson, I mean, even if Thick as a Brick 2, though I haven't heard it, I still don't know why it happened without Toll as well. And the fact he seems to think that, oh, he can just do whatever he wants, he doesn't need the rest of Toll, annoys me a tad bit, because to me Toll were a band, I mean, fantastic group of musicians, but whatever. Oh my god, this is going on. Okay, we're up to the final piece here, and one of my favourites. So, this is about David Bowie in Promoter Bidding War. Very, very, very interesting. As someone who has never seen David Bowie live, I was certainly not into Bowie when Reality, I can't even remember the name, Reality or whatever was released, in the early 2000s, no. I mean, he hasn't toured since, what, 2005, 4, something like that, mid-2000s? I mean, yeah, I'd like to see him a lot. And yeah, it's quite interesting. So some British newspapers reported that promoters Live Nation have offered him a multi-million-pound package if he'll agree to play at the Olympic Park venue. And AEG has been allegedly preparing counter-offer for Bowie to appear possibly at Hyde Park. So that'd be interesting. I mean, I'm sure it'll be a one-off thing. He's never going to do a world tour, that's a certain thing. But I was hoping for the next day that he'd do one gig in London, one gig in New York. I think that'd be reasonable. I mean, lives in New York, why not? London, where he's from, he sort of has to. I think that'd be fair. You know, you have your European, you have your American, you know, Cypher, or your South American and Asian fans out there, and Oceanian fans, but I think that would be fair, so I hope that happens, even though tickets would certainly sell like hotcakes if it was at Olympic Park, which I don't know, I'm not sure what Olympic Park is. I don't know if it's indoor or outdoor. I think it's indoor, but I have no idea. If it was a Hyde Park, it'd be easy to get tickets, that'd be kind of cool. But yeah, I definitely hope this goes through, to see some songs from the next day, and of course the classics being performed would be pretty damn awesome. So this has been the Album Man on a fairly rambly weekly rock news that's delved a lot from actual rock news, but you know, that's what you get when you come to my channel. So as usual, long live rock and roll.